Good morning students. In this video today I'll discuss about colloids. So first you have to know what are colloids. Colloids is one type of solution. Based on size of solid particle present in a solution, solution can be classified in three classes: true solution, suspension and colloid. According to the syllabus in chapters 5 surface chemistry, you have to read only about colloids. Okay, only colloid is given in the syllabus. So three types of solution: true solution, suspension and colloids. The types of solution in which the size of solid particles in the range of 1 to 1000 nanometer is called colloid. Okay, so in colloid the size of solid particle is from 1 nanometer to 1000 nanometer, and colloid is a heterogeneous solution in which one substance is dispersed. Dispersed means dispersed phase, that is dispersed phase means solute, and one substance is dispersed in another substance, which is called dispersion medium. Dispersion medium is actually solvent, and dispersed phase or colloidal particles is actually solute particles. Okay, so in a colloid one phase is known as dispersed phase, another is known as dispersion medium. Dispersed phase is actually solute particle or colloid particles, and dispersion medium is the solvent. Now see the different types of solution. True solution. Characteristic of true solution: it is a homogeneous, and the diameter of particles in true solution is less than 1 nanometer, and particles of true solution can pass through filter paper easily, and its particles cannot be seen under a microscope. Okay, next, colloid. I have already told colloid, it appears to be homogeneous, but it is actually heterogeneous mixture. The diameter of particles in colloid is 1 nanometer to 1000 nanometer, and it passes through ordinary filter paper but not through ultra filters, and its particles can be seen by a powerful microscope due to scattering of light. These are characteristic or properties of colloid. And third type of solution is suspension. Suspension, it is also heterogeneous, in which the particle size is particles are larger than 1000 nanometer. In colloid, particles are particle size range is 1 to 1000 nanometer, but in suspension particles are larger than 1000 nanometer, and it does not pass through filter paper, and its particles can be seen even with naked eye. So these are properties of suspension. I have already told that you have to study about colloid only in this chapter. So now see the classification of colloid. Colloid may be classified on the basis of physical state of dispersed phase and dispersion medium, nature of the interaction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium, and types of particles of the dispersed phase. Okay, so three types of classification of colloid. So first type of classification based on physical state of dispersion medium and dispersed phase. Colloid can be classified into 8 classes based on physical state of dispersion medium, that is solvent, and dispersed phase, that is colloid particles, that is solute particles. Colloid can be classified into 8 classes. In the tabular form, it is given. You can see first it is written dispersed phase, then dispersion medium, name of colloidal solution, and example. So when dispersed phase is gas, dispersion medium is liquid, then the name of the colloid is foam, that is gas in liquid. Gas in liquid colloid is known as foam. Example of such type of colloid: soap, leathers, whipped cream, soda water, froth, all these are example of foams. Foam is a class of colloidal solution in which dispersed phase is gas and dispersion medium is liquid. When the dispersed phase is gas but the dispersion medium is solid, that is gas in solid, then the colloidal solution is known as solid foam. Solid foam. Example of solid foam: cake, bread, pumice stone lava. Okay, so gas in liquid is only foam, but gas in solid is known as solid foam. Example also given. Next, when dispersed phase is liquid and dispersion medium is gas, that is liquid in gas, such type of colloids are known as aerosol, liquid in gas. Example of aerosol: mist, fog, clouds. Next type of colloid, liquid in liquid, and liquid in liquid colloids are known as emulsion. Emulsions are liquid in liquid, dispersed in which both are dispersed phase and dispersion medium both are liquid. Example of emulsion: milk, cream, butter, oil in water. Next, liquid in solid, that is dispersion medium, dispersed phase is liquid but dispersion medium is solid. Dispersion medium is solid. Such type of colloids are known as gel. Gel means liquid in solid. Dispersed phase is liquid and dispersion medium is solid. Example of gel: curd, cheese, jellies, boot polish, butter. Okay. Next type of colloid is solid in gas, in which dispersed phase is solid but dispersion medium is gas. Solid in gas. Dispersed phase is solid, dispersion medium is gas. These are known as solid aerosol. Solid aerosol. Example of solid aerosol: smoke, dust particles. Next type of colloid is solid in liquid, that is dispersed phase is solid, dispersion medium is liquid. When dispersed phase is solid, dispersion medium is liquid, then it is known as only salts. Okay, only salts. Salt means solid in liquid. Example of salt, that is paints, cell fluid, inks. These all are salt, one type of colloid. And the last type of colloid is solid in solid, in which both the dispersed phase and dispersion medium both are solid. These are known as solid salt. So example of solid salt: alloy, colored gemstone. Okay, colored glass, gemstone. These are solid salt. So based on physical state of dispersed phase and dispersion medium, colloids are 8 types: gas in liquid, that is foam; gas in solid, that is solid foam; liquid in gas, that is aerosol; liquid in liquid, that is emulsion; liquid in solid, that is gel; solid in gas, that is solid in gas, that is solid aerosol; solid in liquid, that is salt; and solid in solid, that is solid salt. Examples are also given. Now see next type of classification based on nature of interaction between dispersion medium and dispersed phase. Colloid are two types based on nature of interaction between dispersion medium and dispersed phase. One is lyophobic, another is lyophilic. So first type of colloid based on interaction between dispersion medium and dispersed phase: lyophobic colloid. These colloids are liquid heating. Lyophobic, phobic means heating. Okay, liquid heating or solvent heating. Okay, so lyophobic colloids are liquid heating. In these colloids, the particles of dispersed phase have no affinity for the dispersion medium. In lyophobic colloids, the particles of dispersed phase have no affinity for the dispersion medium, and lyophobic colloids are are not stable. They are unstable. Lyophobic colloids are less stable. Okay, and they can be prepared by mixing the substance directly, and they need stabilizing agent for their preservation. Lyophobic colloids requires stabilizing agent for their preservation. Okay, and they are irreversible sol or colloid. Sol means colloid. Lyophobic colloids are irreversible sol. Example of lyophobic sol: sol of metal like silver, gold sol, silver and gold sol, of metallic hydroxide, sol of metallic hydroxide. All these are example of lyophobic sol. Now see lyophilic, that is liquid loving lyophilic colloid. These colloids are liquid loving. In this colloid, the particles of dispersed phase have great affinity for the dispersion medium. In lyophilic colloid, the particles of dispersed phase have a great affinity for the dispersion medium. And lyophilic colloids are more stable than lyophobic, and they cannot be prepared by mixing substance directly. They are prepared only by special method. Method of preparation of colloid not given in the syllabus. Okay, and lyophilic colloids do not need stabilizing agent for their preservation because they are more stable, do not require any stabilizing agent for their preservation, and they are reversible sol. So example of lyophilic colloids: starch, rubber, protein. These are example of lyophilic colloid. Okay, so properties of lyophilic and lyophobic colloids are given. You can differentiate between lyophobic and lyophilic colloids easily. Many points are given here. Now see the third type of classification of colloid based on type of particles of dispersed phase and colloid based on types of particles of dispersed phase. Colloid can be classified in three classes based on types of particle of dispersed phase. First type of colloid is multimolecular colloids. Multimolecular colloids. When the dissolution of smaller molecules of substance or a large number of atoms takes place, they combine to form a species whose size in the range of colloidal size, and the species formed is known as multimolecular colloid. Multimolecular means many molecules or many atoms combined together to form a large molecule whose size is in the range of colloidal size. For example, sulfur solution contain particles which have thousands of S8. Sulfur solution contain particles which have thousands of S8 molecules. So sulfur sol is an example of multimolecular colloid. Next, macro means large molecules. Macromolecular colloid. In this type of colloid, the macromolecules form a solution with a suitable solvent. The size of particle in this macromolecular solution lies in the range of colloidal particle size, and thus this solution is also known as macromolecular colloid. The size of particles of this macromolecular solution lies in the range of colloidal particle size, and thus the solution is known as macromolecular colloid. And the colloid formed here are similar to that of actual solution in many respects and very stable. Example of macromolecular colloids: starch, enzyme, protein, cellulose are the naturally occurring macromolecular colloids, where polythene, synthetic rubber are the synthetic macromolecules. And third type of colloid is associated colloid or micellis. Associated colloid, it is like multimolecular colloid. Some substances act as strong electrolyte. When they are in low concentration, but they react as colloidal sol when they are in high concentration. Some substances act as strong electrolyte when they are in low concentration, but they react as colloidal salt when they are in high concentration. In higher concentration, particle aggregate. In higher concentration, this particle aggregate showing colloidal behavior, and these aggregated particles are known as micelles. So micelles are one type of associated colloid particles. Okay, and they are also known as associated colloid. Micelles are also known as associated colloids. Okay, so the formation of micelles occur above a particular temperature which is known as Kraft temperature. The formation of micelles occur above a particular temperature which is called Kraft temperature, and also above a specific concentration which is called critical micelle concentration. Example of associated colloids or micelle: soaps and synthetic detergents. These are example of associated colloid. Okay, so today I have told what are colloids, properties of colloids, types of colloid, each type of colloid you have to read, and with the example also you have to remember. Okay, thank you students. Next day I will discuss properties of colloid.